All right, Murtaza, and now that we've talked about your strengths in the first video, we're going to go ahead and talk about some ways that you can build off of those strengths. And we're going to focus specifically on what you do in your negative move with your front foot and what you do in your positive move with your hands to get your hands loaded. And so let's go ahead and look at Victor Martinez here. He's in his stance, and let's watch him do his backwards toe tap. Here's his negative move right there. And I want you to notice with the lower half, take a look at how this front foot stays outside the knee, and the back foot stays outside the back knee. This is great balance. So what he's really doing when he taps that toe is he's pinching his knees in, and that's going to help him get into a nice, strong, spring-loaded position. Now, if we take a look at you on the left-hand side, and we watch you tap your toe, what you're going to notice is that your heels actually click together. See right there how close your heels are together? And that's going to cause your feet to get tied up a little bit, and you're not in a really strong, explosive position. You can see, unlike Victor Martinez, your foot is inside of your knee. And what we want to be able to do at this backwards toe tap position instead, when we tap our toe, we're going to want our toe right here outside of our knee. And we want to pinch our knees in together. Okay, and that's going to give us a better foundation. So that's the first improvement that you can make in your negative move. The second improvement that you can make in your negative move has to do with your hands. Okay? Now, every hitter has a different stance, and they're going to start with their hands in different places. You can see here, Victor Martinez's hands are high, and they're above his head. And yours are high as well. But what all hitters are going to want to do is when their front foot lands at the end of their stride, they're going to want to get their hands right here. And this is the top of the hitting zone. And they're going to be back, and that back elbow is going to be loaded. This is critical because if you don't have your hands in this trigger position with the barrel of the bat pointed towards your head, you're not going to be able to hit the ball as hard. You're going to be very weak with it. So what Victor Martinez does in his negative move, when he taps that toe back, he's going to bring his hands down towards his back shoulder. Let's go ahead and watch. Right there, and now his hands are starting to get into a good launched position. Now, when you do your negative move, let's take a look at what your hands do. Notice how they stay high. Now, this is going to be a problem because it's going to be hard to get your hands at the top of the hitting zone when you go to stride. So what I want you to try to be able to do is mimic what Victor Martinez is doing here. You can start with your hands high, but when you tap that toe back, bring your hands to the top of your shoulder, right there, unlike this. Okay? That's important because once you get to this spot, your hands are going to stay back. Watch as Victor Martinez takes his stride, how the hands stay back and loaded. That's where we want to be when the front foot lands. Now, when you stride forward, watch how your hands don't get to that good, strong hitting position. There's your front foot. It's down. But take a look at where your bat's at. It's back here. And look where your elbow's at. It's really close to your hip. So you don't really have a strong loaded position because the barrel of your bat is not in a whip-like trigger position, as you can see right here with V-Mart. Okay, so we want to get the barrel of the bat pointed towards our head and the knob of the bat pointed towards the catcher. This is where we want to be because the more we can have our back elbow separated from our hip here, the more power we're going to get in our swing when we go towards the ball. You can see here with you, because your elbow is so close to your hip, there's really no power in that swing from your upper body. So let's work on that, and we'll build from there.